Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Justin Riley. We have a great show for you today. I hope you stick around. My first guest is Heather Witwer from Center for Families. Heather, welcome back to the studio.
Thank you.
Good to have you with us. And as I understand, you're going to be talking to us a little bit about the Parents and Children Together program, or PACT, that you have at Center for Families. Talk to us a little bit about what that is. Give us a background.
Okay, PACT is a parenting support program done in-home for parents with cognitive disabilities that have children between the ages of 0 and 18. Sometimes the children have disabilities also, but other times they don't. And we just help support the parents through all the stages of development.
So these are children who have parents who have disabilities, you
Yes,
said? Okay,
yes.
got it. And sometimes the children have disabilities, but sometimes they don't.
Correct, yeah.
Got it. So how does somebody get referred to this program? How does that work?
Well, anybody in the community can refer a family. They would just go to our website, centerforfamilies.org, or look up my contact information online. After we get the referral, we determine eligibility,
Right.
Depending on the parent's needs, and we kind of see if they need some case management or support or both.
Okay, so there's a certain, once they've been referred, you go through these eligibility requirements to see if they qualify
Yes.
for that. So when you do a visit, I mean, are you going to their home to do a visit? Is that kind of how that works, or are they coming to you for that initial visit?
Most services are done in the home.
Okay.
So where the children are comfortable, the parents are comfortable.
Sure.
But we are able to do some visits, in case management at maybe a doctor's office, a school, attend with the parents.
And what does a typical visit look like?
It varies, depending on the needs of the family. But sometimes we give support, help parents navigate the school system.
Sure.
Help them, get support services for their children at school. We support parents around child guidance and setting limits, following through, things like that. We use a variety of different curricula. For example, the Parents as Teachers curriculum.
Okay.
Or Love and Logic, and others kind of throughout the years. Families sometimes are in multiple programs at our agency.
Sure.
We have 2 school readiness programs, Parent-Child Home and Play and Learn. And they could also be utilizing our respite program, which gives parents a break.
Right. And you may have mentioned this, and I apologize if I missed it, but what are the typical ages that you see, or what is there an age limit for eligibility for this program for kids?
No.
Okay.
Usually,
so any age 18 and under can.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Very cool. So obviously, sounds like a really, really cool program. And what have you seen in terms of gains in the families? What have they gained from this?
I've seen a lot of confidence. The parents, really gain confidence in their skills. They build better relationships with their children. We work a lot on attachment. The parents learn to advocate for themselves and for their children. Maybe they haven't had a voice growing up, and so we kind of support them in speaking up for themselves, for their children, to get what the family needs.
Absolutely. It's so important that people are not only advocating for their children, but also advocating for themselves as well. So that's great that you're teaching those skills to these folks.
And we may, sometimes we might also teach them the bus system so they can be more independent in getting around Madison.
Oh, sure.
Just a lot of skills around parenting.
There's such an expectation in our society for people to just be independent, and oftentimes, unfortunately, some of these folks just don't have the family support that they really need, because for whatever reason they ended up separated from their family of origin, so they just don't have that. So, if people have questions about the program, who should they contact? Tell us how to get in touch.
I would recommend going to our website again, or calling the number on the screen, contacting me, and we can help you out.
Excellent. Well, Heather Witwer from Center for Families, always a pleasure to talk with you. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Don't go away. There's more Talk of the Town coming up right after this. Stick around. And welcome back to Talk of the Town. My next guest is Dr. Matt Kingston from Chiropractic Solutions. Dr. Matt, welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're heading into the holiday season, and stress is upon us because shopping is going to start and people are going to be frantically trying to find the perfect gift. So how can chiropractic reduce stress and pain?
Chiropractic, well, that's a great question. And chiropractic can reduce stress and pain by removing pressures from your brain and your nervous system. Okay. The nervous system is the master system of the body. It coordinates and balances everything, and balance is absolutely key. Holiday season comes and stress gets a little bit out of balance. So what we try to do is get the body to rejuvenate itself and basically just remove a lot of stress and pressure from people so that they can feel and function way better, enjoy the holidays, and stay very, very healthy.
And everything is connected with the nervous system. That's what I think a lot of people don't realize.
Yeah, it is the master system of the body. Any anatomy book you look at, first page, nervous system is the master system of the body. It has to coordinate and run everything together. And that is why chiropractic see such profound changes, is that people, when you remove those interferences to the nervous system, health just explodes, particularly with children.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, obviously, there's some pretty common misconceptions about chiropractic. Can you talk about some of the ones that you've heard over the years?
Oh, most definitely. I think a lot of people are very nervous that chiropractors, it's just not safe to go see a chiropractor. And nothing is farther from the truth. Chiropractic is incredibly safe. You look at malpractice insurance. I know my brother's a medical doctor. I know what he pays for malpractice insurance. I know what I pay for malpractice. Insurance companies know, like, chiropractic is just not a risk. It is like, we really help people heal from the inside out, and there's very little risk with chiropractic care.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so you really, if you've never tried it before, you have nothing to lose.
Absolutely not. Like, it's great to get a second opinion, particularly if you're looking at surgery, if you're looking at something major, please go get a second opinion, because a lot of times it can be just the simplest little fix. And as a chiropractor, we're always looking for the cause of disease or the cause of the dysfunction. And if you can remove that, our bodies are so brilliant from the inside out, they can fix anything, but it has to be connected. And if it is connected, people feel and function way better.
Right. Fixing treating the cause and not the symptom.
Most definitely. That is what chiropractors really focus on.
We were talking a little bit before the show today about how dentists and chiropractors are similar in some ways. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
If you want to have healthy teeth, you floss and you brush and you go see your dentist regularly. And if you want to have a healthy spine and nervous system, then you go see your chiropractor regularly as well.
Sure. So obviously, a lot of people, I think, in our society have the misconception that you go to the doctor when you're sick. But it's okay to go to the chiropractor when you're healthy. In fact, you should. Just like, you don't just go to the dentist when you have a cavity. You go to the dentist just to get regular maintenance.
Most definitely. Well, a lot of people find value in that. They want to smile and feel good about it. And a lot of people want to have great posture, and they want to be able to perform and take care of their kids. I mean, if you have little kids and a bad back, I mean, it is tough to be a good parent when you're in pain all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's nice that most people come into our office when they do have pain. We help address that, and then they continue care once their things are fixed because they're just a better human being. They're much more balanced, much more happy, and life's a lot better when you're not living in pain and have full use of your body.
How would you recommend people look for and find a good chiropractor? I mean, because I'm assuming just like, any profession out there, there's people who are better and not so good at what they do. How do you find a good chiropractor? How do you know if you're being seen by one?
Online reviews are very helpful, to be honest. You want to talk like everybody else, talk with your friends and family. Who do you go see? What has been good about the experience? And I think online reviews are very, very helpful as well.
Yeah. And you talked a little bit about kids and how this is particularly effective in kids. What do you do? Talk to us a little bit about adjusting kids.
Okay. Kids are brilliant to work with. They absolutely love getting adjusted. Again, children are full of energy. They are full of life. And a lot of time birth can be very tough on a child. And it can jar the neck out of place. So very simply, what we do is we find out where the imbalances are. And we remove that imbalance very, very gently. And when we do that, a lot of issues like colic, ear infections, digestive distress, endless screaming, things that drive parents absolutely crazy, because their kids aren't healthy and they're not really, it's very tough on the family. So we help remove those pressures, again, get to the cause of the problem with children, and make families much more healthy and make the children much happier and healthier.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Matt Kingston from Chiropractic Solutions, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Don't go away. There's more Talk of the Town coming up right after this. Stick around. And welcome back to Talk of the Town. Next, we're going to check in with our news partner, Greg Guion from Medical Art Prosthetics. Welcome.
Hi, Justin. Hi.
Good to have you back in our studio here. So we're going to talk a little bit about facial prosthesis today. First of all, talk to us, what is a facial prosthesis?
Right, a facial prosthesis is obviously, I have some models here.
Sure.
What better way to explain it than to look at a model, right?
Right.
It's obviously an artificial replacement for part of the face that's missing or lost.
Sure, yeah.
So for example, people wear these ear prostheses attached to different methods of attachment.
Okay.
And so, you know, a prosthesis is a artificial substitute. So in other words, these things are not implanted under the skin, they're actually attached to the person's face with adhesives or other methods.
Are those snaps or magnets that are
This
in there
one was
now?
a snap magnet,
Okay.
magnetic attachment. Then there's another example of another type of implant retained prosthesis that, actually uses a bar and a clip attachment.
Oh, wow, okay.
But that does require a surgery.
Sure.
And then there are other versions where if people don't want surgery, they have part of their ear still remaining and they don't want to have that removed, we can make a prosthesis that actually slips over, and is adhered with an adhesive to hold the prosthesis in place.
And I'm always so amazed at how, I mean, realistic. I mean, you obviously work really hard to try to match whatever skin tone that the patient might have with what's, you know, the device, or is this what it's called, a device? A prosthetic
device, facial prosthesis.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, it's really interesting how real that looks. So this is obviously a pretty small specialty. Why open a private practice in this small specialty?
Well, I was in Texas in another university position. It was the third university-based position that I'd had back in 1984, early 1985, and I just decided after working in a university environment for a number of years that I felt that I could do more with the specialty if I took it upon myself, opened a private practice, and kind of dived into it using my own initiative and kind of taking a personal approach to the making and delivery of these devices rather than a kind of regimented or a university environment.
Right.
This kind of prosthetics it's a very personal thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's almost like these things are like art projects. So being a medical artist, I just felt that I needed to do it by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Medical artist. So why, I'm sure that's probably why you named it Medical Art Prosthetics.
Prosthetics, exactly. Over the years, when I first opened my practice, I was just a sole proprietor. Then I incorporated as an LLC. But then I thought about the name, and there really are three important components to this. There is a medical component, obviously trained as a medical illustrator or medical artist. I had basic medical sciences like anatomy and pathology and whatnot. So in seeing people to create these prostheses, there's a medical component. So that's the reason for medical.
Right.
Art, obviously, is the central component, really, that makes the difference. And then they are prosthetic devices. And there are other medical artists and medical art companies that I can be confused with, but there's really the three components that are crucial to actually delivering these.
Sure. Is there a referral process if somebody is interested? Do they have to get referred by a physician, or do they have to have a series of referrals? How does that work?
It works all different ways. People come directly from physicians, sometimes from a direct referral. Sometimes they find us on our website. Sometimes they know someone that's had a prosthesis made and it's word of mouth. But because it's a misunderstood area, I always tell people that they can't always rely on one physician's notion of where they should go, because obviously doctors, how often do they actually themselves even encounter the need to refer a patient for a prosthetic nose? So they're caught in the situation that they're busy, they don't really know who the experts are, so they sometimes enlist somebody in their office to go on the web and look for somebody. So it's difficult. We're kind of like finding a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, I suppose.
So the thing, people almost really have to take it upon themselves to do their own research, go on websites and really search.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Greg Guion from Medical Art Prosthetics, thank you so much for joining us. If you would like to find out more, check out their website or give them a call. Thanks again for joining us today.
Thanks.
Don't go away. There's more Talk of the Town coming up right after this. Stick around. And welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm joined now by Andrew Eastman and Tamaris Relaford from ABR Employment Services. Welcome, gentlemen.
Welcome. Thank you for having us.
So tell us a little bit about your company, how long you've been in business, and how many locations you have now.
Great. Yeah. So ABR Employment Services, we're a workforce solutions company. We service small, medium, and large-sized businesses in and around the Madison metro area. I've been in business actually since 1987. We have 13 branches throughout the state.
Okay.
So we actually help service the greater Madison metro area, including Sun Prairie, Waunakee, DeForest, Fitchburg, Verona, and Madison areas.
Sure. And so you've got a variety of offices around the state you had mentioned.
Correct.
Is it primarily in Wisconsin?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Regional based in Wisconsin, and we actually have a branch in Winona, Minnesota as well.
Oh, got it. Very good. Very good. So tell us a little bit about how ABR is different from other staffing services.
Sure.
Well, ABR, what I really like the idea of mentioning is that we've been the Best of Staffing Award winning for the state of Wisconsin for the last few years. And that's Best of Staffing on the client side as well as the Best of Staffing on the talent side. So it's a survey given to all our clients, a survey given to our talent, and then they make the decision whether we should get the award or not, so to speak.
Right.
What really sets us apart, though, is obviously those awards and winning those awards, because those are always great. But it's what we have to offer our clients.
Sure.
We offer what's called a very unique unconditional guarantee. And that's something where if an employee is only working less than 40 hours, then the client owes us nothing.
Okay.
Whereas in the rest of the industry, especially in the Madison area, most of our competitors are only offering 4 hours or 6 hours and maybe even half a day. So that's really great. I mean, less than 40 hours. Yeah. I mean, you know or not if you want to keep the talent.
Sure. So talk to viewers a little bit about, for those who aren't familiar with staffing agency lingo, what's the difference between talent and clients? Who's the client, who's the talent?
Yeah, great question. So our talent are people that that are looking for positions in and around the Madison area. So they're currently unemployed or they can be employed. So that would be our talent, people that we're getting new positions, new career, and then our clients would be businesses that we help out.
So the businesses contract you guys, and then you find the talent to fill the positions.
Correct. Yes, sir.
That's very good. Yeah. Very good. So obviously you have a variety of different clients. How do you guys stay connected with the employees, the talent, and the clients?
Great question.
Yeah, cool thing is, obviously, with this day and age, phone calls, we like to reach out and touch someone, so to speak, and have a conversation with them. But also through emails, through e-newsletters. We really utilize what's called HR Insight magazine. It's a very valuable resource for our clients, and what it does is all pertaining to the human resources industry. We also stay connected through social media, such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. And then we also have we utilize our ABR Job Connect resource. That's over 1,000 job postings, over 1,000 job boards. So all our talent and our candidates can continue their work search by utilizing that ABR job resource.
Excellent. And do you guys offer perks to your employees at all?
We do. We have many, many perks. Right now, our number one thing is the free rent and a job campaign. So basically, we've been running this program for 12 months, and basically all of our employees get thrown into a sweepstakes for every week that he or she works. They have the opportunity to win $1,000 that they can use towards their rent, their mortgage, any, say Christmas is coming up. So it's very rewarding there. And then we also offer perks as far as employee recognition programs and different things like that, referral bonuses as well.
So when you say employees, are these employees of ABR?
Correct. Yes,
okay.
Sir. Yep.
Okay. So you're looking to hire some folks then, it sounds
Yes,
like. Excellent.
indeed.
Well,
Yes.
that's probably why you're here today, I'm guessing.
Yes, we have we have great opportunities right now, both in and around the Madison area. We work with a couple healthcare clients in the healthcare industry. So if you're looking for, if there's people looking for a brand new, exciting opportunity, career change within, say, customer service call center, that's who we're seeking right now.
Yeah, talk to us. We just have a few seconds left, but talk to us a little bit about what some of the job opportunities that are available right now at ABR.
Sure. So like I said, we do work in the healthcare industry as well. And so we specialize in 4 areas: administrative, call center, light and skilled industrial, with a big focus on administrative and call center positions right now. So like I said, if there's anybody looking for something in that area, that'd be a great person.
Excellent. Andrew Eastman and Tamaris Relaford from ABR Employment Services, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having us.
And that's all for today's Talk of the Town. We'll see you next time.